All right, I am back, and you can see that I am all ready to paint. I am prepared. I have my paint ready to go. I have my paintbrush. I have a little piece of paper towel standing by just in case I need it. And I have completed my color wheel. I have 15 shapes that go in a circle, and I have them labeled cool yellow, warm yellow, yellow orange, orange, red orange, warm red, cool red, red violet, violet, blue violet, cool blue, warm blue, blue green, green, and yellow green. Now, if you have been paying attention, you will notice I do not have that many paint colors in my paint set at all. I do not have that many paint colors. This is a paint color you don't have. You have just these paints. So if we look at our color wheel and our paint set, we are only going to be using these 6 colors today. These 2 down here, this is black and this is green. We are not using these. We are just using these 6. And these 6, this is cool yellow, this is warm yellow, this is cool red, this is warm red, this is cool blue, and this is warm blue. All of the other colors on the color wheel we're going to make. Now, yesterday, somebody said that they thought that there wasn't very much paint, and they were worried they'd have to go to the store and get more paint. Now, this paint is watercolor paint, and it's professional grade watercolor paint, and I'm going to show you how that works and what that means. And so step number 1 when we use watercolor paint means that I'm going to take my clean paintbrush and my clean water, and I'm going to drip water onto the colors that I'm going to be using. What happens is that my color will start to absorb a little bit of that water as before I work, okay? I'm going to start right here with the cool yellow. Now, notice that when I hold my paintbrush here in the middle. I don't hold it down here like I'm working with a pencil. I instead am holding it back, and I just got my brush wet again, and I am going to move this little drop of water on my yellow, and you'll see it's a little like I'm using the paintbrush to lick the pile of paint. Okay, I am then going to take some of that paint and I'm going to bring it out here, and you will see that it makes just a little bubble on this super slicky plastic, and I'm just going to give it a little stir. And now this is the cool yellow. So I'm going to take this cool yellow and I'm going to paint in the shape that I have over here on my color wheel. And you will see that that cool yellow is a nice bright kind of lemony yellow. I'm going to take my paintbrush now and I'm going to rinse it off. And I'm going to do the same thing for warm yellow. So I'm going to take that drip of paint and I'm going to kind of lick on the pile. I don't actually scoop this paint up. I don't take chunks of it off. So it's not like poster paint or acrylic paint. I need water to make watercolor paint work. And that's why that is way more paint than you realize. Here is my warm yellow color. So cool yellow, warm yellow, side by side. Now I need to make yellow orange. All right, and so what I'm going to do now is, in order to make orange, I need to mix red and yellow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to now take some of this warm red, so it's the one that kind of looks orange, and you can go ahead and paint the spot if you want to with it. And I'm going to mix it out here on my palette, stuff does not want to stay. A little bit more water. And now I'm going to take that and I'm going to mix it together. And I see right away that it doesn't look like I changed the color very much. Maybe I mixed in a little bit of this color too. You'll see how quickly a darker color takes over a lighter color like yellow. So maybe I can take just a little bit of this. I want a color that looks yellow-orange, right? It's gonna be like a blend between, there we go. So it almost looks like a blend between those two colors. It's a little orange, but it's also a little yellow. I am going to mix some more of this in now and make a color that looks more orange. And I'm gonna get a little bit more of this color and make my red orange. If when I put my red orange down, it's too bright, it's too close to this, I can clean my paintbrush out and grab a little more yellow and kind of yellow that out. So decided they were too much the same and I changed it right out here on my paper. Maybe I decide the same thing is true with this one, like maybe I want there to be less transition, or maybe I think that maybe I made this too, so you can see that I can kind of adjust the colors as I paint on my color wheel. I am going to keep painting my way around the circle, mixing the colors together to make the next color. So in order to make yellow green, for instance, I'm going to take yellow and I'm going to mix the tiniest bit of this blue so that I get yellow green. If my colors are too light, that means I have too much water. I mixed the wrong two colors together. Let's see, cool blue, warm blue. This helps if I put them down here first. So we're trying to have the colors be nice and bright and vibrant. If you touch them into each other on the paper, they will meld into each other, so you want to kind of avoid that. Take a little blue out here. Go back to some of my yellow. There we go. There's green. And now to get yellow green, you can see how quickly my yellow gets dirty. Oh, I maybe need more yellow. And this is when paper towel can come in handy. Like if I decide that looks too puddly, I can take and squeeze my paintbrush dry and just come back over here and kind of scoop up some of that water so that my paint isn't all puddly. And now I'm going to take my add a little bit more blue in to make a blue-green, it's kind of a turquoisey sort of a color. So to make the green family, you use the cool yellow and the warm blue. And now to make the purple, I am going to use the cool blue, being careful not to touch cool blue into warm blue. And I'm going to mix it with the cool red. I'll paint the cool red over here. And now again, I'm going to take my paint, I'm going to mix them together. And then I just have to decide, does it need more blue? I think that looks like a blue violet. So, oh, maybe that is just a violet. Yep, violet. So sometimes you need your paper to kind of tell you what color you've made. So now to make blue violet, I'm just gonna take more of this blue, make this be more blue than purple. And to make red violet, I'm gonna start back over again with my red, and I'm gonna grab a little bit of this purple at a time to make kind of a magenta color. Oh, there, shoot. Don't touch your colors into each other, they will leak. Gonna have to repaint this one when the color dries, but. So you can see this one is a nice, like kind of magenta sort of a color. And then ta-da, my color wheel is finished. I can clean my paintbrush, and you can let your palette dry because this paint will dry and you can re-add color into it. You can also layer these colors. So if you decide after they dry that you need to adjust some, they can be adjusted after they dry. Have fun making a color wheel.